Good morning, students. I am Raji Nandan Upadhyay, SST teacher of Sunbeam Convent School. Student, today I am going to teach you Geography Lesson 1 for class 10th, which is known as the Resource and Development. I have described you different phases of this lesson earlier in my previous videos. Student, today I am going to describe you about the next phase of the lesson, which is known as the resource planning of the resources. Here, I want to describe you that planning is very essential thing in our life because of whenever we use any type of the thing, it is required for the planning. If we use this thing by the planning, we can able to sustain into the life. Like this, the resources are very important thing for us because of it is made by the nature. In this condition, we can save our resources, and this is possible by the resource planning. For the planning, there are three important things which is required for the planning of the resources. Number one, identification and inventory of resources across the region of the country. This involves surveying, mapping, qualitative and quantitative estimation and measurement of the resources. Because of whenever we did not mapping, whenever we did not surveying, we did not do these all things, how can we be able to know that at what quantity and at which quality the resources is available for us? So this is the important thing for the planning of the resources. Number two, evolving a planning structure endowed with the appropriate technology, skill, and institutional setup for implementing resources development plans. A student, here I want to describe you that whenever we not able, whenever first of all we found the resources, and after that we should planning by the help of skills, technology, and institution. After that, we can able to develop the resources into more valuable thing by the help of skill, by the help of technology, and by the help of the skills or the knowledge. Number three is matching the resources development plans with overall national development plans. It is important thing that what is the contribution of that resources into the development of the nation. If it is not beneficial for us, then this is not useful for us. Students, here I would like to describe you that essential thing is the planning of the resources by this method. If we use this method to the plan the resources is more important for us. In this condition, the availability of the resources is a necessary condition for the development of any region. Because of resources is available, but we preserve them for the different use, for the different period. We conserve them, and in this phase, there is a more important thing which is our nation, which is earlier known as the golden bird. Golden bird, why? A student, our nation is full of different type of the resources. After the colonial period, in the colonial period, our more valuable resources is drawn by the Britishers, and they carried out from the nation. If that all resources are available in our nation, we have no any requirement to the dependency to the other nation for the resources, because of all variety of the resources are available into the huge quantity in our nation. The colonial period destroyed our development, our resources, and overall our economic processes. India faces these all. So, in this condition, we have a necessary thing for the resources, for the planning of the resources. And the next phase of the planning of resources is the conservation of resources. If we conserve the resources, then we can use it for a long time, and we are able to maintain it. By using this, by using this, we can balance our environment also. because of indiscriminately use of the resources are causes for the environmental degradation like soil degradation, losing the fertility of the soil, noise pollution, water pollution, air pollution, and the different hazardous effect of the human life and the bird and the animals. A student, thus we should require the conservation of the resources. Our father of nation Mahatma Gandhi was also in favor of the conservation of resources, and he had said about the resources, about the conservation of resources, that there is enough for everybody's need and not for anybody's greed. It means that everybody, every citizen of the country, they have equal opportunity. They should equal opportunity. They should equal right to the resources. Resources is not for a greedy of the man, and resources is available for the nation, for the all people, for the development of the country. He placed the greedy and selfish individual and exploitative nature of modern technology as the root cause for resources depletion at the global level. And he was very important thing that he was against the mass production and wanted to replace it by the production by the masses. It means that a student, he was in favor of mass, not he was in favor of the mass production, he was in favor of the production by the masses. It means that more and more people are engaged into the production activity, because if they are engaged into the production activity, after that they will be benefited by the resources. A great disciple of Mahatma Gandhi, which are known as Sumakar, he had written a book which is known as the Small is Beautiful, and he also put forward his idea into his book. And thus, not only our nation, the whole world required the planning of the resources, the conservation of the resources. A student, today I have described you about the conservation and planning of the resources. In my next video, I will describe you about the land use and the different pattern of land use. I request to you stay home and be safe. Thank you.